What's going on, everybody? Just going to run a quick audio test. Just make sure the microphone is working fine without any issues. Hold on, let me just... Oh, my phone's connected to my Bluetooth headphones. That's just normally happens to viewers, you know? And testing 1 2 1 2. Right there, so we got the microphone working. That is good news. So yeah, everybody, this is the end of the month chat show. I should have done this on Tuesday, but I forgot. I'd literally forgotten we didn't do an end of chat show for the end of the month. So I thought I'd do one tonight. This end is something then they had for August, you know. So I know it's a bit late, but I thought it's better late than never do one at all. So if anyone's got any questions, everybody, anything at all, let me know in the chat. I will be looking at ending this at around 20 to 10, quarter to 10-ish, because I need some sleep for tomorrow. So it's just an impromptu little live. I'm hoping we got a good signal and good connection. Looks okay from what I'm looking at. Onlinely though, everybody, right? A little bit of another rant as well, because my camera on my laptop, it should do 720p. So I'm not sure if we are actually on potato quality at the moment. If we are, there's nothing I can do. I did try to tweak the settings and everything, but if I do 720p on my microphone, my face doesn't come on the camera. I don't know why it does that. I gotta be honest. I looked on Google, because this is on my gaming laptop. This is, I don't really use it. I will be using it though in the next couple of weeks because I need to back my content up, everybody. On the hard drives. I've been slacking on that for the last 2 weeks, so I need to get back in the swing of that. Otherwise, it'll just take me longer. But yeah, it's like an end of month special. But like I said, I do try and do these on a Tuesday if I ever do them at all. I don't think I was really busy. I gotta be honest. Tuesday night. I can't remember what I actually done though. Gotta be honest. Must have done something. I just don't know what. Live for the day, don't you? We live for the day, and that's what we do. Whatever happens and what will be, won't it? But I always say it's always better late than never at all. That's the best thing I can only say. So yeah, it's like an end of month chat for everybody. So get your comments in. Let's get a good viewing on this show here. Like I said, I don't do it on a Friday normally, but I'd never done it this month, so I thought it's either today or I won't have a chance. I'm really busy this weekend, so I thought let's do it tonight. Let's do it tonight. Thoughts on Chepstow Castle? It was really good. I gotta be honest, it was massive. There's a good 3-parter to that actually. Part 2, I think you already would have seen. That's tonight. Part 3 is on Sunday, 8 o'clock. Yeah. And then you've got a bank holiday special, everybody, at 2:20. So, I might move the time. I don't know yet, because if I do move the time, it'd be tomorrow on the bank holiday special. I don't normally release on a Monday either, but I do a bank holiday special. So where there's a bank holiday, I would release another video for that. So you get like these bank holiday specials, But I don't know. I don't know what the time, everybody. What time do you want it to be released at then? Let's ask the community, shall we? I went for 2:20. What does everyone think about that? Is it too random? Is it too late? Is it too early? Do you want it even earlier? I mean, I don't know. Like for bank holiday specials, everybody, I don't really mind. It's not my usual uploading day, is it? It's normally on a Tuesday, Friday, and Sundays. But you, the community, will always know that if you are a true subscriber. We always like to keep content coming. And I work my socks off for this channel. I gotta be honest. I was up, everybody, till at least 10 to 12 last night, doing all the video editing and everything else. I was literally on it. I didn't stop till 10 to 12 last night doing all the editing. Too early, is it? What time do you reckon, Diesel? What do you recommend? What time? I'm always open to suggestions. Me. Stick to the schedule. Yeah, I do. Like I said, I mean, I always release another video for bank holiday. It's not the first time I've done it. I've always done it. If I can, if I got the content, I can, I'll do it. But normally it's a Sunday, Tuesday, and a Friday at 8 p.m. But like I said, Mondays are an additional bonus. Like I said, I don't do it often. It's just whenever a bank holiday happens. And how many bank holidays we get a year? Probably about 5. So it's not like it's going to be like a recurring thing. It's just for like another special. I don't know. I would release on a bank holiday anyway. It's just I want some ideas on what time you want it for. That's why I done 20 past 2. I know it's random, but like I said, I mean, it all depends what the community wants. It all depends what StarVlogsUK community wants. Write your time, write your times in. Well, let's get some music on, shall we? Let's get some background music on. Let's keep a nice cool vibe, because that's what we do. We don't want any of those basses and R&Bs and all that. We want a nice chilled track as we dive into our conversations. Let's just see if the sound's working good. Can anyone hear this music? Everybody, like I said, on my gaming PC. I'm hoping it's okay. I know everyone's hearing my voice. I know that. Oh my word! What am I doing here? It should be okay. Let me just fast forward the track. It should be alright. Because I know I'm hearing myself. That's the annoying part of it. Should be alright though. I'll be honest. Let's catch up on some comments. What's the Hereford medieval event video going to be released? I tried watching it live, but it kept kind of. That's a downside there, Diesel. I gotta be honest with you. That is a downside from my behalf there. Because what it was okay initially. When we landed, the signal was quite good. I had the camera on. I had the camera with me. I didn't press record. That's the bit. I was a little bit. I was a little bit cross with myself. I got to be honest with you, but it's like I had the equipment with me, but I thought at the time, I was concentrating on my live streaming camera. I thought I ain't gonna need it. It's Hereford, isn't it? It's like Cardiff. The signal should be strong up there, right? Well, they let me down, didn't it, halfway through, and I thought, gah, hold on, did I put the camera on? Hold on a minute. Sorry, buddy. No. Sorry, ignore me, actually. Ignore me. I must have pressed record, actually, on our event. Sorry, I had to remember myself then. Yeah. I don't know, Diesel. I gotta be honest with you. So everyone who just heard me say I didn't put the camera on or something, ignore me, because I had to refresh myself. I had to refresh my memory. And yeah, it will come soon. Any footage I have, like I said, I just say I might not have accidentally recorded it, this and the other. But when I review the footage and I have it, it'll go up. At the moment, I don't know when it'll happen. But you are right, Diesel. I do apologize. I did press record on our event. But at the time, I thought I had the gear on me, but I couldn't remember if I did. It will be soon, Diesel. I promise you that. It will be soon. Every content I have will be released to you, the public. 4 p.m. No, that's not bad time, actually. I was thinking about 4 o'clock. Good evening, John. How you doing? Going to Pill Carnival Monday. I was thinking about it, John. I got to be honest with you, but it's a clash. It's clashing with my afternoon plans. That's the bit. I did look though. Don't get me wrong. I did look at the carnivals, but they were miles and miles and miles away, and I thought, is it really worth it at the time? Being a dedicated creator. But sometimes you just gotta let these things be in the hands of you, the YouTubers. I'm a YouTuber, but we can all do our bit. We can all pull together, and you can inform the viewers. Myself as a viewer, the general public on YouTube is the viewers. You can all do your bit. So I thought, I am doing something on Bank Holiday anyway as a live stream, but the Pill Carnival will kind of crash, so I can't really attend. There's a bit of a thing. I could attend, but I wouldn't see the parade, and I thought that's the whole part of it, isn't it? You don't just leave half an hour before it happens. You know what I mean? But Yeah, what's the trouble? You know, like if I could move things around, I would. But I don't want to let my friends down. You know, they'd be on me, like saying, "Why are you late?" and this, that, and the other. So no, it's not. I can't do it. I really can't. Only because it clashes or so. Damn. Well, damn. Well, it is what it is. Mistakes happen. Yeah, but the thing is, Diesel, I remember I recorded it. So that's the trouble in everybody. When they do a live like this, you know, I'll answer as if I know the answer, but then when I take a breather, I then realize I'm saying a lot of gobbledygook. You know, but I do correct myself. You know, if I know for a fact that I have information or have footage, and then I realize I didn't record anything, it does come back to me, and then I tell you. So for anyone who said I haven't recorded it, what am I on about? I have, but I just got to review the footage, you know. I think I was confusing myself in another event because I go to so many events, don't I, everybody? You know, I'm working my ass off for this YouTube channel. I'm like, come on, I'm working my ass off. Yeah, no worries, Diesel. Like I said, thank you for understanding, Diesel. I really do, because like I said, if I didn't take that minute, I would have actually not believed I recorded it. But I knew when I had that minute, I thought, yeah, I did record something from that event. But I just thought, at the time, did I even do it? You know, crazy. I had a crazy 2 minutes, everybody. Just forgive me, all right? Just forgive me. So what is in the pipeline this weekend? I saw the Big Cheese event. But is there anything else on the list as well? Well, Diesel, you are going to be in for a good surprise this weekend because I am going to work my socks off. So, everybody, the live schedule for the weekend, I will gladly show you right now. Let me just share my screen. I'm just learning how to do this. I haven't done it for a while, so bear with me for the technical issues. But we will dive into the bit that matters for the StarVlogs UK community. So, everybody, tomorrow at 8:45 exactly, you will see us at ValleyCon in Ebervale. So that is the first event you will see us at ValleyCon. And I got my ticket, so I am going to go to it regardless. Don't get me wrong, the tickets were cheap. That's not the point. And we're going to the Cheese Festival. So Diesel said that as well. And then we've got another one in New Inn for the Motorcycle Club. And that looks pretty interesting, actually. And then we've got a fundraising little event in another area. So that'd be good to see, wouldn't it? Different variety. I'm going to the Cheese tomorrow. Looks like it's going to rain. It probably is, John, but I'll be doing it on Sunday, I will be. I'll be attending on Sunday because the downside is I got ValleyCon to go to and I can't do two at the same morning. So the thing is, I won't want to do two anyway because I knew it's a 2-day thing, so I'm not going to miss out at all. I might miss out on one team is there tomorrow. Don't get me wrong, but it's just one of them things where you can't do a lot about it. You know, like I say, you can't be in places at the same time. You're only one person. You know, I would want to, but, you know. Pilk doesn't seem big enough to hold a car event. Well, I have Intel Diesel. You know, I do my research on Facebook. All right, don't get me wrong. Like social media, you know, can you believe everything you read? But I'm going to take a gamble. I am going to take a little gamble on that event. If it doesn't work out, I'll have to try and find out what other events I can go to. But yeah, tomorrow, ValleyCon 4 at Ebervale. You'll see us tomorrow morning there with celebrities. It'll be an early one because we've got to get a car parking space. Because we don't want to be walking, do we? We want to be walking miles to the actual venue. Because who would want to do that? But it'll be interesting tomorrow, I'll be honest. I'm looking forward to it. Thumbs up from Diesel. Good. So come on, everybody. Let's get some questions in. Let's have a good time. Let's have a good evening. It's Friday. Yay. I don't know, everybody. I think I'm excited, you know, for what I'm going to cover. You know, I like going live, you know. Don't get me wrong. I love going live at these events. It really is good. I think it's just it's a fun way, everybody, right, for me to actually show you what's happening in real time and have a conversation with you. I really like going live. I can't actually stop not going live at places. You know, it's like I've done it for by my 10th or 11th event, and I just can't stop doing it. You know, it's just that live streaming thing on my phone, it just, yeah, just whoa, let's get on. You know what I mean? So tune in at 9:45. You will be in ValleyCon. Well, as you know, everybody, I'll do a drive before we get there. That's what normally happens. I know a lot of people don't appeal, but if you want to chat with me and have no interruptions, it'd be 8:45. But hopefully, though, Diesel, don't switch off. You know, retain the viewers. Don't switch off. You never know what you'll see. But yeah, it's 8:45 a.m. tomorrow morning, so it's going to be an early one. But you can always watch on replay. You know, you don't have to watch it live and raw. You can watch it on the replay, like a televisional channel. I don't know. But yeah, I do like all this. You know, all these viewers, everybody coming into these chats. I mean, like I said, years ago, I never even expected this. You know, but I'm building up that community small, and I'm, you know, making big efforts into it. So it's nice when, you know, got creators and viewers, and you know, everyday loyal viewers as well. I call them. You know, it's good to have you all in here chatting and everything. It's really, really good. I really love it. I watch on the TV every week. Well, good on you, Diesel. I don't blame you. I mean, what else would you watch? What else could you watch on a Saturday morning? Nothing. You know, you should be watching this channel live and direct from location as the camera speaks. But yeah, like I said, I really like going live. You know, it is a blessing. Like I said, I just love it. You know, all right, be it when the signal grinds my gears, but it is, isn't it? It is what it is. You just gotta try and dust yourself off like a sand sheet and get on with it, innit? Despite the odds. But that's what it is on YouTube, innit? You know, you'll win some, you'll lose some, but you're 99.9 win some. That's me being optimistic. I went to the Westminster Safari Park. I was gonna go, Diesel. I gotta be honest with you, I was gonna go as well, but because we've done a lot of events, it was kind of a day where we had to have it in, you know, just to try and recharge a little bit. I could have gone and not vlogged it. I could have gone and not videoed it, but is that really true and truly me? Not really. You know, I could have gone, but then I've done other things. I think I've done a really productive day that day, I've got to be honest. But the trouble is, though, viewers, right? I mean, everyone will feel like this. You can have a day off from filming. The camera is on the side by you, right? And you're just going to put it in, what's the word? Oh, there's a word for it. Like you can't pick it up, like some sort of, like some sort of drawer I'll use, right? Obviously, that's not the right name, but it means the same. What I'm trying to say. But you put the camera there, right, and you walk out the door. It's like, can you really be yourself? You like wanting to see everything, knowing that the viewers ain't seen it with you. You know, because once you do vlogging that much, you think about that, don't you? Think, you know, you're stepping away from what you've been really mastering for months and years, and you think, you know, I'm just gonna take a day out of it. You know, it is hard, isn't it? You know, it's like where you go in a case you want the viewers to go with you, don't you? You know. But I got to understand it though. You got to have a day where you got to recharge. You know, you got to have that as a human, because the authenticity won't be there. You know, you won't be authentic, and you'll just do it because you just want to please everyone, but then burn yourself out. You know what I mean? It's just, you're just going to have that day where it's just going to be a crash. You know what I mean? I've seen you a few times on, I don't know, what have I missed on here? Watch mine. Oh, we got John H advertising on my channel here. I don't mind it, John, all right? I meant that as a joke. I don't know if you take that seriously, but I don't mean it like that. But it is not, like I do promote all YouTubers, I do. Like, you saw it in Caldecott, didn't you? I mean, I made an appearance, John made an appearance, all right. It wasn't in the best way, because I was having my pole in the air, and he was just approaching me out of nowhere. But that's the funniness, isn't it? Like, when I do a live stream, I don't know if John has it on a phone or anything like that, and he sees where I am, and he's just like, right, I'm going to go there, this place. He's going to be busy. I'll jump from the bushes and go, hey! You know what I mean? But like I said, I do like that, right? I know, I obviously I know John. I mean, not personally, but yeah, he's been a frequent visitor, hasn't he, in our productions. So if you haven't checked out John H's by now, the viewers, the loyal viewers on this channel, please do so. You know, you see a massive 10-inch pole in the air. You see conversations, you see everything, you know, just check him out. I think he does brilliant work as well. You know, he's going to be documenting the Pearl Carnival this Monday, I believe. So you've got another reason to go over the John H's YouTube channel and subscribe, you know? All right, what have I catch up on here now? So many comments for them in here. Right, I've seen that one, didn't I? Right, let's get some comments here. I will. I've seen you a few times. Yeah. Right, we got that one, didn't we? I won't be rude, John. You know that. Like I said, I mean, we all work together. Nobody's just harder than others. We know we're all in the same team, so nobody's singled out. That's what I'm trying to say. But like I said, I do promote all YouTubers. So advertise yourself, John. Advertise where you're going, what you're filming, and all that. You know, we work together. Yeah. And if you do want to say hello to me, you know where I'm going to be. You know, it's like the live camera is there, isn't it? You know, I'm not hiding myself away. I'm literally there. You know what I mean? But that's why I do it. I got to be honest. Like I said, I mean, if I worried about that, I wouldn't ever do it, would I? But yeah, I do love it. You know, like I said, it's good to show it live. Then people like yourself and other people can say, well, I was thinking about going, but it don't really appeal to me, so I might give it a miss. So, like I said, I do it for them. I was like, if you want to go, it's happening right now at this place. You can now decide for yourself. So that's probably why I do it. You know, I do like live broadcasting, like the news. What plans have you got for the channel in the tail end of this year? I don't know. I gotta be honest, Diesel. I've not given it a second thought. I don't know if I'm terrible for not saying if I've got no plan, but I actually don't. You know, I have to be honest. I actually don't know. I gotta be honest. I don't know how to answer that, but it's like I'm always gonna work hard, Diesel. You know, I'm always gonna try and pump out content, pump out live streams, everything else. It's just like I think it might be difficult. I gotta be honest. If all the places are done. But we haven't gone to that. We haven't got to that yet. I have got more content in the pipeline. And I'm trying as well. I might even have a week off from uploading. I'm not going to say when, because I don't know myself. I do want to work more on the social media. You know, try and get that up. And then have an idea in mind that if I get to that 3,000 watch hours, you know, what am I going to provide for members? You know, I got all that to think about, you see. And when I'm doing filming for, you know, for you, my main platforms, YouTube and Rumble, that sort of exhausts my free time, you know. It's like I'm a car, you know, and I'm revving all the time, you know, and it's going to go straight up the road. And it's like, oh, you can have enough petrol before you just run out. You know what I mean? It's just like, that's just how my brain works, you know. Like, I want to do everything. I'm one person on a keyboard and a mouse, and I can't do it. But I always think I can do it, and that's where it exhausts my batteries. It feels like I can do 10 more things, but in theory, I can only do the one. So, but that's just how it is, isn't it, you know? Yeah, we're only human, isn't it? You know. Xmas markets at the end of the year. I was going to do an Xmas market. I might do Cardiff one again this year. I don't know what else I'll be doing. But yeah, I think there is going to be other markets I might have in the pipeline. We was thinking about going to one as well a week ago. I just have to remember what one that was. But we've got a long time to discuss that, everybody. You know, come back on this chat show in maybe, I don't know, the end of November, and you might have more of a better answer there, because it's too soon to think about Christmas, isn't it? I know it's going to come, but it's too soon to think about it. Hope you're on reaching up in Newport. Yeah, that'll be the day. I'm covering Newport as well again this year, everybody. I will be at the Christmas events. I might be at different locations this year because I can get to them this year. Last year and years before then, my hands were tied, you know, because as you know, work takes priority. People say, "Oh, all this time and everything else you know you're doing. How are you actually doing it? How is it working for you?" It's like it is personal, but I only will say this, you know, work takes priority. So years ago, where December happened, it's like my hands were literally tied behind my back. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't do anything much like Christmassy stuff, you know. As you know, last year I worked my ass off, everybody. I done Vlogmas. I've probably done about 25 videos that month. It's crazy, isn't it? Like, if I'm dedicated and I put my time and I don't think about anything else into this channel, right? I mean, I'm crazy for doing it. But it's like, I'm dedicated, you know? I'm a dedicated creator. Where was Vlogmas last year? Let me find the playlist for that. I think I've done a good 26 videos on that. I gotta be honest. It's mental, isn't it? Mental to look after, to like look at it, you know what I mean? So this was a video, right? I'll put it on screen now. Can anyone hear me with the music? I'm not sure if the music too loud. But this is Vlogmas, look. You know, last year this was, look. Like, all these videos I done. All right, I done 20 that year. I don't know how I didn't do 25. I don't know how I'd not done that. But it's like, even the year before that, I probably done about 30 videos every, you know, for December, you know? Oh, don't get me wrong, some of these are a little bit random, like decluttering my room. I know that's a random one to do. But it's like, it's good to be unique, isn't it? It's good to not do like travel and stuff, like do a bit of lifestyle, do a bit like general life, innit? You could call it, you know? So I have done 20 on there, but then the last years before then, I have done, where is it? 27, everybody, for the year before that, look. And they're all on the channel, look, you know? Like, have we got any fire? Like how it was when that burnt down? That's really interesting to look back on, I gotta be honest with you. Like I said, I mean, Nick helped me out on that year because she filmed the Pontypool light switch on for me. So like, she do help me if I need her for the channel, like filming content and me uploading it. She don't do it all the time, mind, but she'll do it now and then. When I'm hands are tied, like there's nothing I can do. Is it? It's like if Nick, my filming crew members don't help me out, content will suffer, won't it? But yeah, we work as a good team. I gotta be honest with you. You know, if push comes to shove, right, it's got to be a really bloody good reason for it. What's the watch? All right, I'll double check that now, Diesel. I'm not even signed in a minute. Let me try and sign in my credentials because I don't really use this laptop much. But so now I look on my phone in there. What's the point of looking on an old banger laptop when you can look on your phone? That is the beauty in it. Phones are like your super brain charger. It is on, everybody, 2039. So we need at least another 9,061. Something like that? 61? 9,061? So nothing is the impossible. We can do it. Our StarVlogsUK community can do it. Not again. So yeah, John didn't appreciate that. Yeah, it is good. Yeah, Cardiff is good. I have to say, before the guess who's back again intro to the videos. Don't get me wrong, Deez. I did like that myself, but it's like, was it getting a bit boring? Was it getting a bit like the obvious? I don't know. It was a good idea I had though. I know. Should we bring that intro back? What does everyone think about it? Pardon me. Oh, I think my ears need a pop then, viewers. Yeah, it was a good twist. No, it was good, man. Yeah, I know. I did like it, Deez. I like how it tied in with the video. You know, it's like, guess who's back? Yeah, I'm back. But I thought it's gonna get outdated, and it's like I gotta try and refresh it a little bit. But yeah, it was good. I did like it, mine personally. I really did like that little. I might do it, but if I get time, like, because doing an intro video, it does take time because you've got to have the right graphics, you've got to have the right music to go with it. You've got to sync it in some fashion. You know, it isn't a 5-minute job. If I get time to do it, I will like maybe spice up and and refresh a little bit. But it's just what it is, everybody. You see, I just focus on what intro I have now for the time being, get the editing done, and release it. So I'm like a mega machine, just keeps on chugging and going, It's just like there's no rest for the wicked. But yeah, like I said, if anyone haven't just tuned in or have tuned in this now, I will be looking at doing more Christmassy events this year, so do stay tuned for that, because I'm hoping I can do a few. But if not, though, I mean, there's light switch-ons, isn't it? I mean, they do pretty well, don't they? The light switch-ons. They're pretty good to document, and then in 20 years' time, when people be thinking, you know, how did these cities or how did these villages celebrate Christmas? It's all on YouTube, isn't it? You know, you can watch at your leisure. But yeah, I mean, it's that was a good intro though. When do you need the 961 watch hours by? Well, that is a really good question. On the YouTube studio page, they don't actually say when I need them or a deadline for it. I think it's gonna be around this year though. I think around about the end of this year because it reset, didn't it? But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I got to be honest. It's got to be like within like next year. That's probably why. But yeah, yes. And how is it all going downhill? Yes, and how is it's all going downhill? I don't know what you mean by that, John. I'm sort of lost there. Can anyone help me out there? John, what do you mean? What are you referring to, mate? I actually don't know what you're referring to or referencing. I don't know. Is it about the intro video? That's what I'm going to gamble with and think that's what it is about. If it is going downhill, then that's it's really honest of you. I got to be honest with you, but yeah, like I said, I thought I just came to that conclusion where the logos and everything else need a refresh, and I thought I did have time to create a new one, which I have, and that's what you've seen ever since. But it's just like I don't want to do it too often, you know. But it's like if people are saying it's outdated and you need another one, and yeah, you know, it's just time, isn't it? Yeah. Well, since it's August, we're around 66. Well, that is a really good ratio through the year. And if you have 2,000 to 3,000 watch hours, that's about the same figure. Well, I gotta be honest, Diesel, you are a legend at maths. So, yeah, I am hopeful. Don't get me wrong, I'm hopeful, except I'm not gonna bang on about monetization in my broadcast, because then you get people to think like, oh, when he's monetized, he'll be probably dropping the quality, he'll be slacking, he'll be, he won't be doing 110% in his videos anymore, and this, that, and the other. It's just a load of BS. You know what I mean? It's just when I monetize everybody, I look at it from a personal achievement point of view first and foremost. It's something worth to celebrate because I do the editing, I do the filming. Obviously, my filming crew, they do their bit as well to get me to get the content like that. But it's a shared effort, I am the main star of this channel. So if I'm not in it, then nobody else is in it. So it's like I look at it from a personal achievement, It's like I've looked at it, I've done the hard graft, and this is how it can all, be looked at as a positive light, But then, on the same hand, if people wanted to donate to me, I'm not going to use like a PayPal or something like that, because then it changes my way of thinking, viewers. I don't mean it in a negative way, but it's like if you're donating your hard-earned money to me personally, I look at it as I got to work even harder than I do, because if I would look at it from the fact of if I donate to somebody, I'm not going to say any names. I'm just going to say as an example, okay? It could be Joe Mary, right? I'll just use that as an example, all right? If I'm donating something to a PayPal for this Joe Mary, and it's like, the content creator then is thinking about, all right, I'm going to get something now for a members only or something, right? So in 3 or 4 weeks, I monetize, like maybe create like a video of achievement, a video with a thank you. And there's no content. And it's like, people have been chipping into the pot and it's like nobody's getting out of it. I wouldn't want to do that. I only do it when I monetize because I can put content behind paid walls just for you who gives me that extra support, So it works in the viewers' favors than it does me, because I'm not encouraging anyone to be a member anywhere like this. You're going to be like having frequent advertisements on videos because I don't believe in it. All right. It's like, I believe in this choice. I'm monetized. I can provide their extra service, and it's up to you if you want to be on board with it. But you will get a personal appreciation, you know, like you'll get a comment. I don't know how it all works, but it's just like I think I've done the hard work to get there. So it's like why not, isn't it? You know, why not celebrate in what you've done and everything like that? I think it's only human to do it, isn't it? You know, it can't be boring. You know, it's a celebrational thing, isn't it? But it's like when I do a PayPal, though. I mean, I probably went off a bit of subject, but when I do a PayPal or a link, it looks as if I have to do it. You know what I mean? As like, I don't want that. You know, I don't want that sort of commitment. You know, at least then I can do it when I want to, and I get that control over it. You know, otherwise it'll just be out of control, and then I'll have no control over it, and then I have to like work harder, and then I just won't love it then so much. You know, and it's just I'm not gonna risk it. You know. But people won't look at it from that aspect of things. But it's like I will, and that's what matters. So yeah, like I said, I like the optimism there, Diesel. I appreciate it. So yeah, I mean, I hope that answered the question over you. It's like monetization, you know. Like I said, I don't bang on about it. If I do, it's like maybe I might bring it up once or twice. But like I said, it's not something I'm going to be consistently saying. Because people will just be like, well, you're only in it for this. And it's like, I'm not going to support you because you're only in it for this. And it's like, believe what you want to believe. And if you're a true subscriber and if you have watched my content, since I ever intercepted with these live streaming, because I think that really took off and like a little bit of a next level there, then you know, don't you? You know who you are supporting and you know how much work I put in the first place. You know, that and alongside daily videos. So, you know, I'm literally taking up the efforts a little bit, like making them higher, you know, like I'm trying to build myself up there, you know. But it's like, you know, we all want to be out there, we all want to be seen, we all want someone to shake our hand, you know. It's just like you get something like you know, like when you get noticed, anyway. I like that, you know, like you are making a difference, you know. Like I got noticed at the Brecon Fraz, you know, like when I done the parade. Have everyone seen that? That's a really good event to watch. I think one of the event organizers seen me there. You know, so I do like it when people say, "Oh, you know, I recognize you," or I watch your broadcast. You know, that it does make my day. Honestly, it really does. It's like, yeah, I think I've always been born to be a YouTube creator, haven't I? You know, I think I have got that special talent, isn't it? Have you streamed? Oh my word, that's a really good question, actually. But obviously, that's a little bit humorous as well. Have I streamed a visit to Ragamuffins? Oh my word, Diesel. I mean, that is funny. I gotta be honest with you, that's hilarious. Short answer, no. But if you look at it from a standpoint where will I visit Ragamuffins, it could be on the cards. Could be. I have thought about it in the past. It might happen. It might. Because I want to focus on the content I've got a niche in at the minute. You know, I do the antiques. I do them as a side thing. You know, people who've been subscribed will see I've done a video on it, like that, similar over the last couple of weeks. Well, it's like a week ago or something. I upload the videos every day, but I don't remember when they happened. No, it wasn't that. When was it? When was it? There you go there. So yeah, I have released a video about that, like vintage and stuff like that. But it's like I want to concentrate on the content I do, you know, like castles. If that starts to fizzle out, and you know there isn't many to go to, or my interest may have changed, and I might do antiques a little bit more often. But I think it is a good content filler, though. Don't get me wrong, because I'm not producing something that's random. I'm producing something that's got that historic theme into it, like you don't know what retro stuff you're going to pick up and all that. So it do tie in nicely with that. But it's like, you know, at some point, you know, your avenues are going to wear out, you know, and you just got to think of something else. But honestly, everybody, that isn't going to happen yet, if at all. Obviously, it will happen at some point. But it's like I always say this, viewers, you know, will I still be dedicated? You know, in a couple of years, you know, you go look at like, yeah, it's like I think everything, everybody, what you do as a hobby will have its day, won't it? I mean, yes, I'm I'm getting 110% now, but it's like, if you ask me another 2 years, will it be the same? You can't look into the future. You really can't, you know? That's what I'm saying. I'm living for the day. If I still got that, yay! Let's get on with it, and be all this welcoming on the camera and all that. Then there could be a potential, but it's like, will you plan ahead like that? And it's like, no, I won't plan ahead like that, because it's like I'm committing to myself, and it's like, you just can't plan a future like that, can you? But I would love to. But it's like, what can I produce in 2 years' time? That's the question. But yeah, it would be nice. I gotta be honest. It would be nice to try and maybe do another couple more years. But yeah. But anyway, let's not think about that. But let's not think about the what ifs and all this. Let's appreciate that I'm here at StarVlogsUK, delivering you the best content, delivering you the best live streams, delivering you hopefully the best entertainment where I can. I'm not going to be as better as the other YouTubers, but it's like, I'll try and do what I know in myself I want to do, if you know what I mean. It's like, I can have a laugh and all this like I do, but it's like, creators have limits, isn't it? Like, you either got it in you and you that character all the time, whereas like you would like perform in front of the cameras. Like, I want to be able to throw my truer self, like my truest self. Like, I don't want to like fake a character, fake something on the camera, then when the camera's off, I'm not that person. You know what I mean? I don't want to like perform. I want to be like who my natural self is, if that makes sense. So yeah, I don't know how that part happened, but it's like I went off my own stinging then, didn't I? My own tangent. I do it quite often. Ain't the first. So yeah, any further questions, everybody? I gotta be honest, I did like this live stream. Let's get some comments coming in then. I will be signing off in around 10-15 minutes. So you have got time. We know John H is going to be at Philly tomorrow. So check out his channel to see what he gets up to there. But yeah, if you're a creator though, everybody, just promote yourself in the chat. I've got no issue with it whatsoever. I do have a laugh. I do try and get a laugh with people. So don't take me seriously at all. When I say, oh, you're promoting and stuff like that, just don't take it literal. I don't mind it at all. So I'm just trying to have a laugh. That's what I'm trying to do. Because it's like I started off being small, and it's like if I can help someone else out, I would. It's just like it's nice to be nice, isn't it? But yeah, you've got to big up John H. Like, he's one out of many vloggers. That does his bit as well to keep you updated and informed. So you've got to show his appreciation for his hard work, just as much as showing your appreciation for my work. Like I said, we're all in it together. We don't have any competition at all. We're all our individual. What's the word? We all do it together, as a team effort. I don't know how people will say, will make sense of that, but it's true. There's never no competition. At least I don't see it as a competition at all. I mean, I personally don't see it that way anyway, if I may say so myself. But how was every weekend's going though? Just try to get some chat going on. Have we got Diesel still? Have we got John? Have we got anybody else? Let's see, everybody. Let's get some comments in, shall we? It's the end of the month chat show. And I gotta be honest, for the newer viewers, you may say, oh, it's a Friday. Why are you doing it? Are you mucking us all about? It's like, no, because I forgot to do it on Tuesday. This is the only reason why I'm doing it tonight. And then I'll be back onto your normal Tuesday at the end of every month. So I thought if I do it tonight, it's over with. If I don't do it at all tonight, you'll have one down in September. So I thought, just do it. It's just like, there's no reason for it half the time. There isn't really. But if people were wondering why it's on a Friday, that's the reason. Yeah, it doesn't always happen though. I gotta be honest, it doesn't always happen. So I understand why people will be like, oh, I didn't get a notification for this because you say it was a Tuesday. And it's like, well, I know. So don't worry about it. It's not like anything special, is it? I'm just here in my little studio chatting, Yes, just don't just hope it doesn't. No, just hope it don't rain too much over the holidays. Well, What do you mean by that, John Hamblin? I mean, bank holiday, do you? I don't think it's much of the holiday left, is it, in August? Was it only got like 1 week? Oh, my nose is a bit stuffy. I want my nose to be unblocked, everybody. It was like a bit stuffy tonight. I don't know. Maybe it's a change of weather. Maybe it's all that hot heat we're having for weeks on end, you know? It's really, really do mess our brains up, doesn't it, you know? With all this hot weather and murky stuff and anything else in the sky. What a beat. But yeah, John, I mean, like I said, it's I hope the weather is all right for you tomorrow in Caerphilly. I'm interested to see what you'll find tomorrow. Like I said, I'll do Caerphilly on Sunday, so you get my take on what Sunday's version will be like, and then I can get your take to see what Saturdays are like. So it's like I said, I mean, John does his bit, I do mine. Like I said, it's just like we're all trying to work together. Like we don't have like a backstage group or anything like that, where we like message or have a conversation who's going where. It's like it just doesn't really happen, I guess, you know. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not a bad idea, but it's just like you know, it's just like everyone does their own thing, don't they? You know, it's like I can't really ask someone to go somewhere if they want to go where they want to go. You know what I mean? It's just like I do me and I do myself. You know, if people are inspired and want to join where we're going, I mean, feel free. It's like John doesn't do the lives though. I mean, if he does, then who knows? I might actually bump into him on his live stream potentially if he ever does one. That'd be a cool. That'd be actually that might surprise me a little bit though if he done a live and I just magically appear out of nowhere. Like, oh, who's this? No, but it'd be cool though. But like I said, I mean, I don't want anyone to copy my style. Like I'm the one who done the live stream, so I want to retain some originals. But it's not really copycat though, is it? I guess, you know, if people do live streaming because they took the inspiration from me, then I'll honor that, you know, if you were inspired to do it. But it's like, no, I just think people should have their own niche, in there. Like if people doing live streams, you know, just try and do your own thing, innit? You know, so people doing one thing, you know, if people, you know, try and do another, and yeah, you know what I mean? I don't know. Following in John's footsteps. Probably, I don't know. No, they're going to follow him. Yeah. John's got his own way, hasn't he? John's got his own way of doing content. Like I said, there's no competition. Like I said, I mean, if you got feedback about John's content, everybody, then leave it on John's comment section. You know, it's like me as a creator, we all have our own styles. So I'm not gonna prefer say, oh, I prefer someone doing videos like this. I'm not gonna watch any other creator because I want it at the style that I want it to be. If people haven't got it in themselves, you can't force them to be it. Now, this is what I was saying to you earlier on, viewers. You know, like I want to be my authentic self. If I am that character on the camera, I want to be that character off the camera. Otherwise, I am performing and I'm not my true self. So, like I said, it's all important to be your truest self because viewers want authenticity. If you're not authentic, they might pick up on it as like, you know, you're just trying to fit in and stuff like that, which ain't a bad idea. You know, you are fitting in and fair play. But it's like you've got to be authentic. You've got to bring your own self to your videos, you know, to your channel. You know what I mean? It's like if you're not me, you ain't gonna be me. But it's just like it ain't like tit for tat, is it? It's not that. It's just like, you know, it's just you know, you are who you are. You know, at the end of the day, you are who you are. Never be ashamed of who you are. Be you, be proud of you. That's the motivational thing I can say to everyone watching this at home right now. Just be you and be nothing but you. You know. I would not be able to chat like Tom on a live. But that's the thing though, John. Like I said, you've got it. You either got it in you or you don't. I thought, you know, well, commentary is what maybe retains viewers, you know. So it's like if someone's watching you for a good 10 minutes, don't get me wrong, right? I'm no expert, okay? I'm not a perfectionist at all when I say this, so don't quote me word for word, but I'm just saying what is sensible, you know. If there's no commentary for a good 10 minutes when people are trying to tuck in and think, you know, oh, what are we seeing here? They may switch off, you know. Like I said, I don't want to offend anyone when I say it, I mean, I'm no expert when I say it myself because it can be some videos like I do, and there's minimal commentary. It's like whatever, innit? You know, it's like I'm not really gonna ask you to stay to the end. If you do, it's a pleasure. If you don't, then what can I do? You know, it's just like one of them. You're like some days as well, viewers, right? You know, you might not be your normal self. You might just want to be out there to film, but you might not want to be might not want to be retain the same styles while you're out there filming. Like where you could be a chatty self on that day, you might feel like I am a bit chatty, you know, a bit chilled out, but it's like you're not really too chatty like you are in other videos. If you know what I mean, it's like some days you just want to be out there filming without a style as such, you know, just peacefully showing what people want to see and all that. That's fair enough. That's fair game. But it's like if you do it for every video and it's not something there, it's just what the viewer will think. But I would say don't let it influence something that you are not just because of that. If you weigh it all up, if you give commentary, people will stay. If you don't give commentary on some videos, then they might switch off. But that's just how they are. That's just how viewers are. You know, it makes no odds to the creator, do it? You know, the creator ain't gonna lose any sleep over it, because they're just being authentic. They don't want to be someone who got to perform because they feel they have to. They don't want to be their authentic self. You know what I mean? It is a case of that. You know, it's just bring your own styles in, and don't let anyone influence something that you know you're not going to do. Does that make sense? No. Might band on about that for a few minutes, and I got to be honest, but it's true though. What we're trying to get at, you know, people who understand me understands where I'm coming from, and that's what matters. Will only see me on Tom's live videos. Yeah, we do bump into you, John, don't we? I mean, fair play, we do. But it's nice to meet you anyway, John. You know, if we meet you like 50 times, we meet you 100 times. You know, like I said, our opinions of creators who we bump into never changes. It's nice to meet up with you. You know, it could be like a regular live streamer or a regular person. You know, it don't really, it doesn't really bother us. You know, it's like we're always welcoming. We welcome every creator who I might recognize. You know, don't get me wrong, there's creators I bumped into before who I didn't recognize in the time his channel name. I did shout him out, I believe, and I was navigating what we went. But he's a creator. I don't think he posts videos much on there. Mine, I gotta be honest with you. But it's like when you bump into new people as well, it's just really nice to see, isn't it? It shows that support is given, and you are, what's the word? Acknowledged. You know, it's good to be acknowledged, isn't it? You know, it's just your own style. Bring your own style to it, and it will come across well to the viewer. Exactly right there, Diesel. Exactly right. As I'm saying, I mean, don't perform in front of a camera. I mean, it's just the way I look at it, right? But you open up a YouTube channel, right, yourself. You've got no real idea of what you're stepping into, what you're going to do, right? So you try and think of something that you know that you can do, and that you'll have an enjoyment in, have an interest in, or maybe not just have an interest in, just want to be out there in your free time, you know, gathering videos or something, maybe not even for a purpose, right? Just doing it as a trial thing, you know, trying to test the waters out, right? Then you got to think of a channel name. You know, you got to think of all this. You got to think what you're going to call it. You got to think of a username. You got to think of a graphic, a thumbnail, and banners and stuff. You know, it's just like if you're going to be in it for the long term and want to invite the viewers in, you could say, you've got to think of all these things, all these concepts, and how you build it up. Don't get me wrong, my thumbnails were utter appalling. That's why this is a good story now, viewers. I'm about to tell you, right? I'm not sure how many viewers I got in, but hear me out when I say this, right? So I have watched Spud Boys' videos, right? But it was only one live I think I commented in. Obviously, I go in there every Sunday. That ain't a secret. People in the moderators will always recognize me anyway, being in there. But that's not the point anyway, right? I think it was at the time where I think I don't know what made me do it. Right, it's like I was watching this live on a Sunday. I thought, is he gonna get a bit thing? Like, is he gonna think of it? I'm promoting my channel, and it's like I'm not there for the right reasons, or I'm not there to support or anything like that. Am I like taking away viewership for something that something that he's built himself? Right, I was thinking that in my head. Right, I was thinking, life, right, is a bunch of lemons. You gotta go with your instincts. So I thought I'd pop in and say hello, right? And then it went on to say, can you help me with some thumbnails and stuff like that? And then then it's on my channel. And he thought, oh, you could change this around. And like I said, I'm not gonna. Let me just read some comments first, anyway. Have you thought about it's temporary close at his diesel? They're gonna see that. No, he said, John, it's a pleasure, mate. Always a pleasure. Like I said, don't take anything literal. I said earlier on, I'm only having a laugh with you. All right, so I'm hoping you don't take any offense, because that's not what I do. That's not what I'm about. Right, that's what I was saying. Yeah, so Mike, so yeah, he's looking at the channel. He's like, this thumbnail would be better if you place some text in the center, try and change the images around. I thought, all right, he's helping me out. I'll do it. I think it's on the video actually. So we play that video back actually, rather than me describing it. I did have a video, didn't I? Why am I explaining myself when I could just play the video? That's mad, isn't it? All right, so this is just a mashup video, says everybody. So I think this was last year actually when I asked Mike for help, and I'm mad, isn't it? So I think that was the I think it was a Sunday before that one. Hang on, you can't see my screen, can you? What am I doing? Right. Right, yeah. So if anyone could see that, I'm not sure anyone can. I think it should be on screen. So yeah, it was. I think it was a Sunday. When I did that video, I think it might be the Sunday before anyway. But anyway, it's probably like a week before this video was created or something, right? But yeah, I mean, he did give his time up, everybody, right? We had a nice little chat. I mashed it up to like get to the parts where he was having me out, and I don't want to include any necessary stuff in there, right? But I'm always thankful. Like I said, I think he was on about a week ago or something like, I hope I help people out or creators or something. I was like, yeah, he's done a massive help for creators. Like I said, I've took inspiration from Mike as a vlogger. Obviously, how I started my YouTube journey wasn't through vlogging; it was through more prank-related content, which I don't do now, by the way. But that was through Ben Phillips. I began my YouTube channel with Ben Phillips as my motivator. This was at least 10 years ago now, 10 years or something. And yeah, so that's how I began. So that's how the channels happened. But like I said, I don't like turn back time or anything. Like I said, I mean, I think I'm glad how it happened like that. But like I said, I mean, Mike was a true gentleman. I mean, like I said, he was really, really helpful. Like, but so it is worth popping into everybody. Like I said, I was doubtful, mind. I gotta be honest, I was doubtful, but it paid off for me. I'm lucky. But so as you can see, look, so I've since edited all these thumbnails actually. So when you look at these now, they won't look like these. I think one or two may be the same, but I thought there's too good for me not to change it. But it's like, there is support out there, isn't it? If you're struggling and people, I mean, how long's Mike been on YouTube now? I think it's got to be a good 10 years, isn't it? Let me find out. I'm curious. But it's like, there is people there that'll help your channels grow, Like I said, I was hesitant. I thought Mike wouldn't appreciate it, but I was wrong, Like I said, always go with your instinct. I think he was. I think it's got to be 7 years ago. My word, I thought it was longer. But like I said, he did used to do gaming, didn't he? Let's just let's have a look, shall we? I mean, like I said, I'm only looking at me because I'm nosy. I couldn't catch up on all these videos now, mind. I mean, it'd take me even longer. It takes me ages to catch up on the videos that Mike releases now, let alone the older ones, like the retro days, But I'm only looking because, like I said, I want to know when Mike started. I think, yeah, it was 7 years ago, so roughly the same as me. But then I didn't have no concept back then. If I did, I probably would have had a bit more better luck in my journey. But it's like, I was just one of them days who was just testing the waters, not thinking I can make a name of it or make a create what's the word? Just yeah, no, just testing the waters, but. But like I said, I mean, there is creators out there, but you can be hesitant, but it's but Mike does a fantastic job. He wants to give creators help. So then, because when you say to Mike, or it could be anyone, but I don't recommend doing it to every channel of mine across YouTube because, well, they either ignore the comment or they probably won't see it. It's just how it is. But it's like, if you, like I said in Mike's chat, I think it was, I watched his video since the Chapster video. I didn't comment mine. I only commented maybe the last eight months worth of videos, I think it was. But it was like, I was trying to find time to do it. Like, my time when I work my ass off on YouTube, everybody, and Facebook and all this extra stuff. That I'm trying to get stuff on. My time goes and goes and goes and goes. So it can take a while. Can take nearly up to 2 weeks, right? And that's how it can go. But it's like, I do watch other people's stuff. The downside is it's just the commenting aspect. Like, I do want to watch other YouTubers, like John H's content. He does a variety of content I've not seen. I've got alerts on it, but it's just like I haven't got the time to do it. Like, I'm not being nasty or being like, oh, why you're only dedicated to one YouTuber. It's not the case. I can watch other people's videos, but it's like when you come into the commenting section, it's like sometimes I can't always comment. Something comes up and that's it. But I do like it though. Like, I do like the video. I mean, like I said, it doesn't show any appreciation to the creator, because I know the commenting thing does. Like I said, I think I've done it. I commented on everybody on a Breck and Fraz video the other week, because I was curious to see who else was filming at the parade, and someone else filmed on there. But it's like I only did it It's a spur of the moment. Like me trying to have 10 minutes, which is very rare, by the way. Thinking, who's filmed around the Breck and Fraz, So I was interested. And somebody else did it, but he did a grand job. But it's like, I think I've done a better one. Like I said, I'm not tit for tat or compete or anything like that. People do things differently. But it's like, where you see the parade coming from the entrance down, I covered all that. So that's how my content will differ to other people. But it's just how it is, isn't it? If you want the true build up and all this, I'm always there. Well, I like to think I am. Sometimes, when at least I inspect, I'm at the wrong place. That's just how it happens, isn't it? Right, where is it? Right, so you do see me in this video, right? I'm going to pause this video now, because I don't think I've ever showed you this, have I? It's only for a brief second now. I think that'll have to do. Like I said, when I try and go closer, the person to zoom in and does other stuff. I don't know why he does that, but that's his video, not mine. But it's like, I'm up here there, look. See, so you see me there. Can you see me there? With my camera phone there, look. Me with all my power banks and stuff. That's cool, isn't it? Can I zoom in? Oh, I can't zoom in. Oh, well, that's probably the best I could do, I think. Oh, full screen. Oh, no, that's not bad, is it? Everyone can see that. It's like, there, look. You can actually see me by there. Like, nobody can miss me there, can they? But I think there was other, creators on Facebook. They were filming some clips for Facebook. So it's like, yeah, I did comment on that. But like I said, it's when I have 10 minutes free. I do. Thing is, everybody, right? I don't want it to sound like I'm not dedicated to commenting on people's videos. It's not the case. It's just I gotta go where time lets me. When I'm time so restricted. You just gotta go with your loyalty, haven't you? Like, obviously, the creators does a good job, but everyone's getting a big up, a big huge congratulations support. But it's like when time limits what you can do, it's just there isn't a lot you can do, is it? I mean, when you're creators, you know the pressure, don't you? The stress that happens, but good things come of it. I always like to remember myself when I say that, because good things, when you might be a bit stressed in that moment, good things will come from it. But yeah, I did do a comment though. Anyone seen that comment I made? Hold up. So yeah, I did comment on the guy's videos. Look, see, I appeared right on the timestamp there. So yeah, like I said, if I'm intrigued, or if I have that 15 to 20 minutes spare, and I think I want to see who else filmed in there, me being nosy, like I'll write a short comment like that. But it's like, yeah, I can do what I can do. The guy in the yellow suit was the star of the Brecon Jazz Festival. He was, Diesel. He certainly was. What's the milk song? I don't know, Diesel. I gotta be honest, I've not heard of it. It was on Mike's videos. You have to go and watch that for yourself. I don't want to get done for copyright. I don't think he'd be particularly minded because he knows I'm a creator. He knows I don't mean any bad thing from it. But it's like if I haven't got the rights to do it, then you have to watch it at your own leisure on YouTube. It's Spud Boys, it is. So if you go onto the oldest videos, you'll see it and find it. But let me get it. Like I said, we all start like that. We all start and try and test the waters. Then when you gradually build your years on YouTube, you take it a bit more seriously, don't you? So yeah, like when you see, what's the heck is this? It's like chill out in this. Like everyone tests the waters in their own fashion. Just give the creator a break, innit? It's just like they've got no shame to how they test the waters out because the videos are still on there now, so they must want it all to be watched. But it's like I said, once it's uploaded to the YouTube, it's like the viewers can decide. I don't think any creator will lose sleep over it. It's just your opinion. Thanks. I'll cancel stream in the morning. Oh, thank you there, Diesel. It's 8:45 that we do to start it. I think as I got 3 people in the chat, I'll leave it going for another couple of minutes and see if we've got further comments coming in. If we haven't, I will wrap it up around 5 past. So everyone's got that a little bit longer if you want to leave some comments for the StarVlogsUK. Spud Boys, how you doing? We was just talking about you there, Spud Boys, but in a good way. We just had a conversation. Like everyone starts off in their own way. They always test the waters. So we just had a conversation. I looked at your channel only because I wanted to see how long you started out from. And then Diesel commented about the milk song, like you done like 7 years ago. I haven't played it, mine. I haven't played it. I want to reassure you that. Like I said, I don't want to take the mic, but yeah. I mean, when I saw it, I thought, what's this? I didn't play it though. Like I said, I don't do that. Like but I know if I did, you wouldn't like be mad at me for doing it. But I thought I had a bit. I thought I had a bit of self-respect. Like you know what I mean. Just got back from Bristol. My word. Oh, was it busy down Bristol? I've been to Bristol for the what's the word? When are they going to go? When they go to Bristol again? For the Bridgewater Armed Forces. I had to get a coach to Bristol. That's the only time I've been to Bristol. I've been to Bristol years ago. I do want to do another town centre video, but I'm just put off. It's like years ago, right? Bristol was a different scene. How it is now, I think you get all these potential people who could be out for trouble, but people say, "Oh, you get that everywhere," and it's like when you're there, and it's like you get people like surrounding you. It's a really hostile environment, isn't it? But like I said, I don't want it to put me off. I do want to do I do want to do another town centre video there, but it's like it's just that fear. It's just like when you're in the coach station, and people might give you a bit of beef, a bit of drama. It's like, is it bloody worth it? I'm just a man with a camera. Just leave me doing what I want to do. but like I said, Bristol years ago, it was nothing like this. Like when you walk around now, like I only walk to the coach station. You're always a bit mindful. A bit mindful of what you could be walking into. It's not really a good like vibe. You know what I mean? We do a collab. I want to go again. Yeah, that is a potential, Spud Boys. Like I said, I mean, I don't know when I'll be looking at going to Bristol. Tuesday, I'll be going to Birkelly Castle. I think that's Gloucestershire, isn't it? Birkelly, I think. Anyway, but yeah, like I said, we do map out where we're gonna go like days before. I don't know when Bristol will be on the cards. Like I said, I mean. I personally, right, viewers, people know me, or obviously, people might know me in person. But that's not the point. What I'm trying to say is, right, it's like I'm in vlog mode, just like you, Mike, right? Obviously, we're 2 different people. We all know it, but it's like I'm in vlog mode. Like I said, I'm fearless to a point, but it's like you always got that mindset going. Like if I stumble on this area, it looks a bit fishy. It's like, will I have my camera stolen and all that? You got you think about it no matter where you are, won't you? If you are in an unfamiliar area. But I just overthink it before anything bad happens. That makes sense. Like I said, I don't do it to every town I go to. I mean, I ain't that thing, but it's like when you mention Bristol, you think, what's the vibe like, you know? But yeah, like I said, I done a Bristol town many years ago on a crap body camera I used to have. What was it, like a 720p a picture quality or something like that? So it wasn't good quality. I got to be honest. I do want to revisit it, but yeah, you know, it's one of them, innit? But I will do it eventually. You know, I will do it eventually. Like, I will put all my doubts to the back of my mind and just say what will be, you know. But it's just like, you know, like when you could be in a potential hostile situation, like how are you going to get yourself out of it? And it's either one, you'll have your equipment taken off you, or option two, you might get a kicking. So, and you think you're there for what? Just a document in the town, and you got to put up with all that carnage. But yeah, if you film down Bristol though, and you didn't have that bad ride, then I might chance it again. But I just don't know when that'll happen. It'll happen soon. I think it might happen for like maybe the Christmas market I might look at doing. But yeah, I just don't. Yeah, that's the trouble. But fair play though, Mike. Right, you are fearless, right? I mean that in a nice way, because like when you're in a hostile situation, you just don't worry about it until it happens. So I gotta give you credit for that. Like you are like pretty good under that pressure, because like any of us, we could stumble on something and be like how are we getting out of here? Like is it going to be walking away without our cameras or walking away with a bruise? You know, like I said, I do try and not take it as a serious thing, but it's like on a more logical scale, it's like you've got to think that as a human being. You know, it's just like you fight out of it. Yeah, well, that's the thing. Will you fight? Well, if you do fight, will you win? That's the question. Or will there be more of them than there is of you? So yeah, it's all good to say that and try and think, yeah, I'll win. There's like, you know, when there's six others of them, you won't have much of a chance, will you? Let's be honest. Content, yeah, I know. But it's like, will the content be there when the drama happens? I think that's what makes yeah, it does. It does. It's like, but it's like when you show them in a hostile way towards you, will they want the proof to be there? Let's be honest. You know, like just an example here, right? If I'm walking in out of Broadsmead shopping centre, unless that's Swansea, Swansea I want to do as well, but we're going up in a topic. But yeah, if I walk in like Bronzemead shopping centre and I see all these U's, you know, on concrete on the side, and like, you know, I'm just gonna walk past them, you know, film the shop fronts or whatever it is, right? And you know, they just turn up with blue and said, you know, are you filming, right? But not in a nice way, or not in the nicest way. I was like, yeah, you know, I'm filming, I'm documenting for this YouTube channel. It's like, well, as I walked up in a hostile manner, I don't wish, you know, to film that part where I was hostile towards you. So then you just walk away. And then you walk away, and then they follow you up wherever it is, a street or something. It could be a blind spot potentially, you know, if they know Bristol well, they know where to go, right? And then they either say, well, delete that footage, and then I don't know how you would react to that situation. It's like it's impossible, right? But it's like you think of your own safety, don't you? Think of you don't want to get hurt, you don't want to hurt them, but they're offering it to you. So it's like, how do you get out of it? You know, and that is just how you got to think of it in the real world reality. Yeah, you can call the police. You know, police will be a thing, but it's like they got 101 million things to do. Will they likely show up? You know, it's just when you're in that hostile little cage. You know, it's just how you're gonna blow and like you know go from there. Like you know, like one of them like I know Dracula's. You know, when he's like do all that. I don't know. Trying to be creative, but it is what it is, isn't it? Uh, yeah, you don't need to win, no, but you know you have to. If you want to give it, then you got to. Otherwise, you just look like an idiot. Yeah, I know. But the thing is, they'll always come on top, won't they? Swansea's a great place to talk. It is. Yeah, I do like Swansea. I've been to Swansea Bay, and my word, that was a long walk. I'm hoping there was a bus there next time. That was exhausting. I was a right. I do. Like I said. I mean, I've always wanted to be not not in a conflicting environment, you know. But on the other hand, though, Spud Boys, I'm not sure if you are, so and it looks like you are. want to bore you, mind, but I did have an interaction, mind, in Chepstow. These youngsters, right, were like across the street. So I was about to cross the street. You see it on the Bank Holiday special. Let me show you the channel a minute so you can see. Like, so I don't normally release on a Monday, but if it's a bank holiday and I got the content, I do. And that will be this Monday, actually, believe it or not. A lot of people, though, said release at 4 o'clock, so I might do it at 4. Like I said, it's not really my uploading days. But like I said, in that video here, look, so I had a couple of people approaching me saying, am I filming? John H. comment on there. That's the first time I've seen it. Oh, so John H. might be filming a town centre there as well, I believe. I don't know where that appeared from. That's the first time I've seen it. Anyway, going a little bit off topic. But yeah, there was like these group of people, right? So I was crossing the road. And these people were approaching me saying, am I filming? I was like, yeah, I'm filming for a YouTube vlog. Obviously, I shout out where I am, StarVlogsUK, like I do. And then they was asking me, like, do I tour around the country or something? And like, I'm doing castles and stuff. So I'm highlighting that situation because you get people who's nice about it, but then you get people who could be really hostile about it. You know what I mean? But it's just like it happens any walk of life, isn't it? I mean, those people might not have been as nice, but it's, you just can't tar everyone being like that, can you? Like, it doesn't really put me off what I want to do. It's just how they want to perceive it. I can't control people's actions. If you're gonna, give it like this, you obviously want to be shown in that fashion. If you don't want to be shown in any of that fashion at all, you just leave the man to do what he's got to do. Around the city centre. That's a harmless thing. But I'm only highlighting that fact because of the potentials that could go wrong. When you just mind your own business. But yeah, like I said, I mean, it is true on one thing. It can happen to anything in any way, can't it? But yeah. I don't want my camera to break. No, neither do mine. I don't want mine to break either. Crazy thing is over here. They could be hostile, but in the Philippines they love lockers. Yeah, I mean, like I said, excuse me. Crikey. Yeah, I don't know about different countries, but like I said, when you mentioned about God, crazy thing is over here. They could be hostile. Oh, right. I see what I mean. I thought they might have put another country there. Yeah, I guess. But it's how society is, those spud boys, isn't it, Mike? Just like people who would do things now, we wouldn't do. As if we was their ages. So society have changed, unfortunately. That's how it is. It's a horrid way of thinking, but it's true, isn't it? World have changed. I wouldn't say it's concerning, but it's getting that way, isn't it? But it's like, don't let fear stop you what you want to do. So it's key to that. It's just like if you're always going to think of the worst, you'll never leave the house, and that is as true as it can get. But it's like, would you want to accomplish everything in your life first? Before anything bizarre could happen. It's just you always think of the prospects, only with that. You always think of what you want to do and what you want to accomplish. Because like I said, life is you can't really take it for granted, can you? Let's be honest. Like, you could walk down the street today, mind your business, filming something, and on that very day, you won't be filming again. You know what I mean? But it is a morbid way of thinking. But this is just how the country's going to go. It's like all these positivity that we all vlogging want to try and promote will mean nothing really, because people think, well, they want to be optimistic, they want to be positive, but it's like there's other real things happening in the world right now. It's like, how can you bring them down to a level and think, well, it isn't all that. You can be optimistic about something, but it's like you can only do it to a certain thing, innit? Like I don't do negativity and all that. I'm always set to do positivity, like you, Mike. And other vloggers. So vlogging stays out. I can name bloody hundreds. But it's like when they say, oh, are you not concerned? It's like, well, it's nothing that we can do about it. It's just like we don't have the powers to do anything. Pretty much, it's just like. But I suppose it's leveling out on the politics, isn't it? But it's just like, when you have a moment to think and reflect, I think, you know, we all have a point there, but it's like if you think about it too much, you don't want to do anything. So it just brings you down, doesn't it? It just brings you down as a person. It's a crazy contrast, yeah. Yeah, it sucks, but it goes just go to the flow, see what happens. Yeah, that's true. You know, I had an amazing conversation. With who? I don't know. Damn. So you must have not filmed it again, did he? Did you? I had an amazing conversation with a Chinese scientist today, and I didn't film it. Yeah, but well, like I said though, Mike, you make that mistake quite often now, don't you? I gotta be honest with you, it's not the first time that happened. But I suppose you're respectful, though, aren't you? You're always thinking, if I record it near a stage, he might not tell me things. So I understand why you're not going to do it straight away. And at the same time, you can't predict when the conversation is going to happen. Yeah, you can say, you can start off with a conversation. But it's like when you really get drawn into it, you don't really think about the recording then. And when you do, you're either halfway in, which won't make sense to the viewer, as if you did when you recorded it throughout. So. But yeah, it's just like it's one of them things, isn't it? You get drawn into something, and then all this recording thing, it doesn't materialize to it because you're thinking of what to say. You think about what the response would be in that situation. So your mind is working 160 miles an hour in our conversation. So that's why the camera thing is just non-existent, isn't it? It's just your brain isn't thinking about that. It's thinking about how best you can respond to whatever this conversation is leading towards, But yeah, I think another few minutes, so viewers, another few more minutes. So I'm not sure if Mike is staying for another few minutes because I got nobody else chatting with me. I will be ending in a few more minutes, and then because I got a busy day tomorrow. Oh, Mike, are you doing ValleyCon? ValleyCon tomorrow. I should have mentioned that in your Sunday stream. I forgot. It is. You can still get tickets. It's £8 a ticket. So if you are interested, I'm doing ValleyCon tomorrow. I'm not sure what Morgan's doing because Morgan done ValleyCon last time. I'm not sure if he's going to appear again. I haven't heard anything, so I don't know. I know John's going to be at Caerphilly tomorrow with a Caerphilly festival. I'm going there Sunday. I'm going there Sunday morning, so I'm covering that. So I'm trying to do my bit. It's like people could say, well, I've seen it on John's channel. I won't need to watch yours on Sunday. But then how do you know if mine ain't going to be different to his? There's a case of that, isn't it? But yeah, if you do show up at ValleyCon tomorrow, it would be a pleasure to meet you. My main problem is upsetting who I'm talking to. Yeah, that's the thing. Nah, it made. What's that? What's that? I'm nah, I may. What? I don't know what that means. It made. What? What's that? I made a good vlog today. Yeah, well, you always do, don't you, Spud Boys? You always do, don't you? You make chaos, but you always have fun with it. And then if it's not a vlog that you wanted to create, you'll get something positive from it, won't you? You try not see all the bad things, you see the good stuff. Oh, it's just a good way of thinking about the disaster, isn't it, really? Oh, pardon me. Oh. But yeah, if you turn up at ValleyCon tomorrow, though, Spud Boys, just yeah, like I said, it'd be honoured to meet you. You've definitely inspired my YouTube journey to go that next step because of the help I've received from you. So I'd always be appreciative. And like I said, none of us are experts, but it's like you give people that edge, don't you? Think what would work for you. So I do appreciate that level of support. So yeah, so if I do bump into you on any live streams, just I know you would do your own thing. I mean, if I see you in my line of sight, I'll come and say hello. Like I said, we was very close to meeting in Newport in December. When I'd done the Christmas lights, he was like far back from everyone, and I was probably by the square thing, and he was probably up in the car park. So we could have potentially meted there, but you might not know much about me or something. I don't know. All right, I'm off. I'm in Spoons having a while to serve Pepsi. Oh, don't blame you this, but boys. Well, I'm gonna go anyway. So at least you said that. No, so I'm going to go now, actually, yeah. So, yeah, Spud Boys, if I don't see you tomorrow, and ValleyCon is in Ebervale, if you change your mind, I'll hopefully see you, we'll bump into you soon. Like I said, I'm not afraid, I'm not scared. You know, I'll say hello to anyone, me. And if you watch my live streams, you'll know. So I think that'll be it then, viewers. Thank you for another really good conversational live stream. It is unexpected. I don't normally do it. I do normally do it on a Tuesday night at the end of the month. I didn't do it this Tuesday because I forgot and I probably was busy. I don't know what. I can't remember myself. But it's better late than never. So yeah, until tomorrow, everybody, when we go to Valley Con in Ebervale, you're looking at a really early one from us. But we will see you then. So have a lovely night, everybody. And yeah, peace and on to tomorrow. Yeah, bye.